Hello there, it's been a little while. I am sorry I haven't been up on my builds like I wanted to, but I'm back on now. Have a little build that a friend of a friend asked for a challenge, with the caveat being that they're already using an energy weapon sniper. So I'm just gonna leave this slotted because I haven't got one ready on this character, but the exotic can be used elsewhere. It needs to be on the Arc subclass with Star Eater scales. I gave them a good option, but they required an energy fusion that they weren't really feeling. So let's bring up another good option or two here. Because I got a couple in mind. Of course, they could go ahead and throw on... Oh, what is it called? I always forget that name. I even use it. Bad Juju. Allow them to charge up some abilities, keep things up and ready to go. They don't want to run a double special setup, so let's see what else we can get going for them. Let's see here. Of course, Kvostov is a good option right now, but I think I know what weapon I would want them to use. If they're going to use a heavy weapon and they want to keep it arc for cheaper mods, I always default to Anarchy. It's a good one, good classic, I enjoy it, but I think what we would use for this would be Archer. And leave the primary or kinetic weapon to be something of their personal choice, with mine being, of course, Cold Front, as it has carried me through a lot now, since I have gotten that one. For the mods we're gonna want, because they do not want it to be a melee-centered build. I'd say we should go with... Oh, where is it? I'd say Ascension would probably be a good one to throw on with it, while adding Flow State to double up on that power. Let's go ahead and see what we can throw on here. Go ahead and keep on Marksman Dodge for that easy reload and combination blow if you ever wanted to work on this setup. Let's see, where are you? Spark of Beacons will be very useful with this one. I would definitely throw on Spark of Focus to keep that up. And if you have high mobility combined with it, it'll allow you to have that class ability up quite often. Throw on this, because you're going to be creating quite a few jolted enemies using that. I would go ahead and throw on this, because if you're causing some blinding explosions with your energy and or heavy weapon, then you can pop them out with that. It would make a nice, quick, and easy method of removing enemies. Gathering Storm for the extra damage. Now let's just go ahead and check what I can to get this build up to how I would like it anyway. We have on. Now off to something that is not sponsored by me. Probably never will be. Over on my computer, which I do need to set up that streaming over the side setup, and it would be very useful, I think, with the D2 Armor Picker. Let's see, we're running Star Eaters on Arc with Focus and Brilliance on. Definitely get that intellect up as high as you can. Let's see, just double checking on something here. Yep, Marksman does still take less time. see here, depending on which way you want to go, leave your melee and or your strength at, or your discipline, strength or discipline at whichever one you want to have higher. For this little setup, I'm going to go ahead and go with discipline. And let's make sure I have all the armor I need here. I need you. I need you. You, and you. Let's go ahead and reset all these for the mods we're going to be using on this setup. Definitely be able to get higher stats if you choose to masterwork and add your exotic cipher to the boots, but I don't have the materials to spend on that right now, so I'm gonna carry on right past it. And it looks like I need to have... Let's go ahead and go with... For this one I would have put the recovery on, but I'm not gonna use that. We're gonna need helmet mod space, so I'm gonna go through on that one. The arms are personal preference, but I don't think they'd be needed as much for this setup. Chest piece as well. The boots are gonna be needed. And the class item is generally my throwaway, but that's my personal preference. For the helmet here, to keep your class ability and your super up, I'd go ahead and throw on a Dynamo. Throw on a Harmonic Siphon there. And then mostly for yourself, throw on that Finder, but if you're with allies and they're spawning enough orbs, go ahead and throw that out with your Scout. Since it's going to be mostly used for a form of DPS, I'll go ahead and throw that on and give a Harmonic Loader to allow for a bit of extra there. Fastball is the extra throwaway slot. Throw on all your resiliences that you're going to need here, so just because I'm testing with it, I'll just throw on whatever I can find. For your boots, they're wanting a Harmonic setup. And once it's masterworked, of course, you can have that second Arc Weapon Surge. For the class item, go ahead and throw on one of these. I always have Proximity Ward on, but that's just my personal choice. And then throw on one or the other here, or if you want to just swap out this entirely, go ahead and throw on Distribution. But I'm just going to throw on a Bomber mod here. That's the gist of this little build setup. And off to my normal testing grounds. I'll be back in a moment. Testing around. I should probably go ahead and throw on a form of Energy Sniper just to sort of make this build complete for the person who asked. What we have available. Let's grab something old here. There we go. Now it is complete. Doesn't even look like anyone dropped any heavy for us today, but let us continue on. Possibility is already charged up. And while you're sprinting, it charges up fairly quickly. So in the end, most of your weapons aren't really needed for this. Allowing for a quick and easy cleanup. Just about anything. These, or in the case of these guys, I don't have to breathe. Of course, when you have a class ability that's also lethal, it certainly helps out a lot. And while we're amplified, we can also charge up our heavy weapon abilities a little bit faster. Darn, 2 misses. Oh well. Now it's charged up. Going for a bit of extra gathering here. Yeah, 2 stacks around this one. Get the DPS. Fire loose. Everything you got. There you go. And I would say that's about how this build will work. Thank you for watching. I'll upload this here soon.